Alright, this is the front differential out of the 5th gen. I'm going to start disassembly of the front differential to do the regear. There. And it's an E14. Just got a little bit of sealer on there, so you're just gonna tap it. Get it all loose. Set that off to the side. Bring it in a little bit for you, see what that looks like. There's that. Alright, now gotta get that little gear right there has got to come out, because if you don't, you can't take off this piece to get to the ring gear. So let's see if we can get that to pop out real easily. Sometimes they do, sometimes they won't fight you. Because it's got a little snap ring on it, just like a CV axle. Goes. Once I get it out all the way, I'll show you what it looks like, what I was talking about. You can see right there, it looks like a CV axle. Little snap ring. we'll just wipe that down. See any dirt on it. Put it over here on this rag. Alright, so now comes this part. Now these have 3 ears that you can tap against to get the seal to break loose or pry against. There's 2 dowels right here and right here that line everything up. But the biggest thing is just getting it broke loose from the sealer. Like I said, sometimes it's pretty easy, sometimes not so, but we'll just give it a few taps and see what happens. Starting to. Sounds like it's starting to. Back over here. Start wiggling a little bit. Be real gentle, don't force it. You gotta walk, once you get it broke loose, you gotta walk it off those dowels. Alright. There we go. Let's cover. Set that off to the side. Clean it up later. And this is the ring gear, and it's just sitting in there because it's a clamshell style. So there's the ring gear, there's the pinion gear, there's the ring gear in the center. So now that this is out, everything looks good, but we're re-gearing it, so this is what we're doing. So the next step, will be to remove this nut right here. What little bit of gear oil is left in there is starting to come out, but I got rags still. Go grab the socket to pull that nut off. Nut is a 30 millimeter. Alright, there's that. And you can take lightly tap that a little bit. Sometimes they'll come right out, but that's not wanting to. I'm going to do a light little tap. So sometimes they're a little tight, sometimes they're not. I'm going to get an air hammer and drive that through there. Hopefully I got enough air. If I don't, then I'll start the compressor and pause the video for a second so it's not so loud. There's a hole in the center of that gear. See, it came right off. Now that gear is going to be pressed in on some bearings, so the next thing is had just enough air, didn't take much, and there you go. That's the crush sleeve, bearing, and the pinion bearing gear, sorry. And that's all the factory right there. And I will do a video once I get everything cleaned up and everything swapped over. I'll do a video of putting it back together.